Hi everyone. For my Johari window project, I just did something very basic. I asked a lot of family, a lot of friends, and I think I came up with some pretty cool results. So let's get right into it. For the first quadrant, the open quadrant, it's known by everyone, and with it being known by everyone, I think everybody would say I'm outgoing, I'm extroverted, I'm ambitious, and I think that leads to my self-esteem. My self-esteem with regards to a certain part of my life or a majority part of my life is very good. I have the availability to deal with rejection pretty well because I'm so ambitious. I don't really lose sight of the end goal or the end game. Another thing to mention is my personality test that came back as a guardian, and with me being an ESTJ, that means that I'm a guardian supervisor. And what I was able to think about that, and when I was talking with different family members, a guardian supervisor for me is somebody who's kind of like the team leader in a project or the CEO of a company, but not the CEO or not the team leader that just bosses you and tells you what to do. That's a manager. A leader's in the trenches with you. If we need to get this done, I'll help you do it. I don't ask somebody to do anything I myself wouldn't do. That was a lesson taught to me by my father, and it's still true to this day. He goes, the minute you start to ask people to do things you're not willing to do, you'll lose them, and more importantly, you're just being a hypocrite because you're asking them to do things that you wouldn't even want to do. Moving on to the next one, my communication apprehension. I came back, it was considered low at 31, but then again, I think a 33 is considered moderate or 32. So I'm right on the cusp. And I think what this means is I like to meet new people. I enjoy doing it. I think a large part of this as well is because I'm in the business school, and in the business school, they always talk about networking, making sure your face is known, meeting new people, establishing new connections. And with Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and just phones in general, communication these days to new people across the globe, across the street, or around the corner has never been easier. And I think it's only going to improve from there. Moving on to the blind quadrant. Blind quadrant is something that I don't see in myself, but others do. And this one, my family especially really helped me understand. The biggest thing for me in my blind quadrant is my listening assessment. My listening assessment came back and it said I was patient. I looked at myself and I said, this can't be. In a previous post or discussion, I stated how it was really high. But then I remembered that I'm a tutor, a teaching assistant, and I volunteer. And all these entail a culmination of things that I'm caring, patient, and loving. Moving on to the hidden quadrant, which is not known by others. And I put my ESTJ, so extroverted, sensing, thinking, and judging, under this category, as that's a majority of my personality. But people won't recognize or realize that I am sensitive. I do have feelings. I don't really like when I'm not liked, to be honest. Just because I'm really in school or in work, I'm really go, 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 logic, logic, logic. It doesn't mean I can't and don't have feelings. And that's something that's hidden. I try to put in my little box and ship it away, but unfortunately it keeps on reoccurring. Moving on to the last quadrant, the unknown quadrant. This one's the most difficult for me. So I just put the basic three, which I think everyone's going to put: marriage, work, and kids. Unknown, I think, is supposed to be this way because it is unknown. Nobody knows it. It's kind of like the deep subconscious. I kind of view this as if we're viewing this as the iceberg, that's the very, very bottom. You just don't know where it is, but it is a part of you. Do I say that I want kids? Sure. Do I want to have a wife? Of course. Do I want to have a great balanced work life? Obviously, who doesn't? But I can't picture any of these things at the current moment. That's my Johari window, and thanks for watching.